guys, how we all doing? Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm not aggressive in any way. I'm just a girl brushing my hair. Welcome back to my channel. This is Girl Quiet. I am Laura Byrne, and oh, just gave away my second name. Never done that before. What does this mean? It's fine. Yeah, hey. I'm still not used to this. This is my second video. I'm not used to doing an intro. Do you know what I mean? If you are new here, which you probably are because I don't have any subscribers, then hey, where have you been? If you do get to the end of this video and you enjoy it, please do leave a like and subscribe because that really helps me out. I'd like to see you again here soon. Next week when I upload a new video. So today is a bit more of a chill video. My first video was very like, I don't know, I felt really serious in that video. I was like, whoa, who's this girl? I mean, maybe it was the shirt. I was wearing a shirt and it made me feel like a businesswoman, and I think I really embodied that. And it was a serious video. We were talking about polycystic ovaries, which is not fun. But this is more of a fun video, but it's not even because we're talking about therapy. But you know what? Therapy can be fun. It is. So if you didn't already know, I am a psychotherapy student. Oh yeah. I just thought this video would be very in... I was trying to say this in my other video as well, and I forgot what the phrase is. Very in tune? I don't know. We're doing this today. I thought I would do a little chit chat video about things to expect when you go to therapy. And whilst we do that, I'm gonna pamper myself because self-care. I actually want to get a real one of these. They sell them now, but for now we're just using my dressing gown. So yeah, I've been to therapy a handful of times in my life. 3 times, I think, on 3 different occasions. So obviously I've had a few things to work through where it was like, okay, I probably should go to therapy. Yeah, so recently I went to therapy, well, BetterHelp, so it was all online. I did the video call situation. It's very windy, which is why you might hear wind noises. To be fair, it's very good for, like, the price that BetterHelp is pretty good. You can get so many discount codes as well, like from podcasts and shit like that. I managed to get 40% off. 40% off. What a bargain! But it didn't go well after that. I don't know what happened, but my therapist disappeared. She just vanished. It was kind of annoying because I just got 40% off and she left. So the 40% off didn't really mean anything. I managed to get a refund, so that's good. I don't want to bash BetterHelp because I actually really enjoyed my time there. My therapist was amazing. Something could have happened to her, I have no idea. But BetterHelp for me was a good experience. I mean, I was lucky enough to get matched with a therapist that I liked straight away. This is actually my first point. So when you go to therapy, whether it's in person or online, you might not like your therapist. You have to remember that therapists are people too, and yes, it's their job to like listen to you and talk to you, but like they are a person with a personality. So sometimes your personality might clash with your therapist and you might just not get on, like you might just not like them, which is fine. I feel like we don't talk about this enough, but you know, people go to therapy and they think, oh, that's just shit, that was just absolute like piss, that was piss. The reason people might find therapy not helpful well, there's a lot of reasons, but one of them is that you just might not like your therapist, and the actual act of going to therapy is not the problem, it's the therapist. And as well, they might not be a shit therapist, they might just not be for you, and that's fine. Like I said, that's absolutely fine. Just go get a new one, guys. Finding a therapist can be really hard, but that's why I love BetterHelp, because it makes therapy accessible to everyone at a bit of a discounted price, because I know that a lot of therapists in private practice, a lot of therapists charge anywhere from like 30 to 80 pounds. That's like the average. So it can be really expensive. So that's why a lot of people don't go to therapy every single week, and they might go like every 2 weeks or whatever. But you can do whatever you feels best for you. Honestly, if you don't like your therapist, don't freak out. Just don't freak out, because they are, like I said, they're just another person. They're just a human. Like, you're not gonna get on with everyone. So I'd say the best thing to do is just let your therapist know, you're a bitch, I'm leaving. No, just move on. Like, don't think about it too much. Just be like, okay, this isn't for me. Like, if you're using BetterHelp right now and you don't like your therapist, it's so easy to match with a new therapist. Like, don't even hesitate. Like, don't be like, oh, is it me? Like, no, just get a new therapist if you're not happy with them. So that's my advice. So the second point, I'm actually painting my nails, not my fingernails, my toenails, because fun fact, I'm actually a gardener. Yeah. So I can't really do much with my nails. I'm quite sad about it, like deeply. Like, I went out the other week, bear in mind I never really go out anymore, but I went out to here's how you're doing. I went out to a party, went out to a bar for a party, and yeah, I had a few drinks. Yeah, I did. And all that I was banging on about all night to these people, who a lot of these people I didn't even know, and I was just like, okay, what can I talk about with these people? Okay, I'll complain, you know? So I was complaining about the fact that I can't get my nails done because I'm a gardener, to like everyone in the bar. So it's my dream to be able to go to work every day with beautiful nails. So I'm looking for a new job at the minute. Going a bit off topic. Yeah, this is a beautiful colour. I don't know what this is. Would you call it? Oh, what would you call it? It's like red. I'm gonna call it red. Yeah, the next thing that we're gonna talk about is the fact that you will probably cry. I don't know if this is a universal thing, but when you go to therapy, like your first session, especially if you've never been to therapy before and you've been holding a lot of stuff in and you're currently going through it, like you're going through it, and you're in a bit of a mess, then you probably will cry, like as soon as you get there. I know I did, and this is not a bad thing at all. Again, when you go to therapy, like, it is about healing and talking through things and crying through things in a safe space. Like, that's literally what it is. So to cry in the room with the therapist is you healing. So 100% would recommend. I cried because my therapist just kind of looked at me with those therapeutic eyes and was like, how are you? And I just cried. It was at a time in my life when I was very kind of overwhelmed. There was a lot going on. I didn't really speak to anyone about my problems, which is why I was getting therapy, because I just needed that external help, you know? Sometimes, you know, you can talk to your friends, you can talk to your family about your problems, but, and no offense to my family or friends, but sometimes they are the problem. And who are you meant to speak to if you're having family problems or if you're having friendship problems? Like, who do you go to? A therapist. So I'm doing a pretty good job at not spilling this everywhere. Oh my god, I just thought we weren't still recording. So crying when you go to therapy, very normal, very helpful. I went away from that very first therapy session and I felt so much lighter. It was insane. And it's not just because I cried, just letting it all out is so important. That is literally you're halfway. If you cry and you've shown up, like you're at therapy, like you are choosing to get better, you're choosing to move on and to move through your shit. So you're already halfway there. You know, when you're going on your healing journey, you have to really just stop at every little milestone and give yourself a little pat on the back. Like, you have to, because you forget how hard it is to get better and to actually put the work in, and you have to give yourself the praise that you deserve along the way. Another thing to expect when going to therapy is that there will be a lot of awkward silences. So this was like literal hell for me. I'd never been to therapy before, so when I experienced these awkward silences, I wanted the world to swallow me up, because this room was the most silent room I've ever been in. Just me and this woman that I've just met, and she's just staring at me. I don't want to put people off by like saying this, but she's just staring at me, nodding with like really kind eyes, and I'm just like, please say something, say anything. And she didn't. And oh no, we've got some polish overload. When therapists do this and they just wait and they don't say anything and they just look at you, that's called holding the space. So the reason they do this is to kind of get more out of you. This sounds like an interrogation, then not. No. But you might be having a conversation with your therapist, and the conversation naturally kind of comes to an end, and the therapist will just hold the space. And this is, from what I know, this is to kind of encourage you to let out the next thought that is coming into your head. So imagine you're having a conversation with someone and they're just constantly talking, and you're waiting to say your bit. And if someone is constantly talking at you, you'll think of things to say, and they'll just eventually go out of your head because it's not relevant anymore, because the person has outspoken the conversation, right? So a therapist will avoid that and make sure that they give you the space to kind of say whatever comes up for you, because you're there for you, and this isn't about them and what they have to say. This is about you. So you have to be very open to the awkward silences, because at first it's so awkward, like, especially if you're not expecting it, which is why, you know, if any of you out there have never been to therapy before and you're considering going to therapy, this might be a good thing to have learned, because it probably will happen. All therapists are different, and you might not experience a therapist who does hold the space a lot, because I have had therapists that do that, and then I've had therapists that don't do that, and they are very chatty, and it's very difficult to get a word in, which is probably not a good thing, and that did not work out. But yeah, you have to be just don't worry about the awkward silences, and know that they are there for you to speak and to be listened to, you know? So don't worry about them. They are the best, because you'll come out with things that you didn't even realize were in your mind. It's just such a unique environment, because when are you ever in a room with someone who is 100% dedicated to you and what you have to say, and they are there for you? Like, it's not a casual conversation, it's not a back and forth, this is about you and you only. Like, when are you ever in that situation? Even when you're in a conversation with a friend who is very supportive, there is going to come a time where you start talking about them, or talking about the weather, or talking about something that's not about you. So going to therapy is a very unique experience, and that's why it's so effective, because you are there to be listened to, and the therapist is there to listen. That is, in my eyes, the role of the therapist. And it's different because, like I said, different therapists can take different approaches, and they're not just gonna sit there the whole time and just stare at you. Like, they will say things, and they will prompt you, and they will give advice at times, but they won't tell you the answers. And this is the last point that I'm here to make today. the last point that I'm gonna make, a therapist's role is not to tell you what to do. So you might have a situation and you're conflicted, you can do this or you can do that. And the therapist will not sit in that chair and be like, yeah, you need to do that or you need to do this. So many people get pissed off at their therapist because they're like, my therapist doesn't help me, my therapist doesn't tell me what to do, they don't help me, they don't give me the answers. But the role of a therapist is to help you to find the answers within yourself. So they won't tell you, oh, break up with your boyfriend. And if they do, they're probably a bad therapist, just saying. So you have to be open to the fact that you are not going to be told what to do when you go to therapy. They will prompt you and they might move you into the right direction, but they are not going to give you a straight up answer to any of your problems. So you have to be open to that and you have to be okay with that, you know. And it helps you to actually trust yourself and trust your own judgments at the end of the day. But yeah, that is everything that I wanted to say about what to expect when going to therapy. I don't know, I guess there's a lot more I could say, but I'm trying to keep my videos a bit more concise because I tend to ramble, and yeah, I'm not really into it right now. I've only done 4 toes out of 10. 10? Yes, 10. I've done 4 toes out of 10. So I'm gonna go and finish the other foot, but I hope you like them. Yeah, so if you did enjoy this video, I'm so out of breath. Like every time I film a video, I'm very out of breath. I always burp. I'm not even a burpy girl. I don't even burp a lot. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, leave a little comment if you've got something to say. Shut up, man. Yeah, just go into the comment section below and tell me what you think. Ask me a question. Just share your experience if that's what you want to do. I want everyone to feel free just to express themselves on this channel. This is about us girlies acquiring everything in life that's good for us. And so this is not just about me, this is about us, and I love you. Turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss when I upload, because I'm going to be uploading. Okay, I've really enjoyed this video. I feel like I'm enjoying the sit down casual videos a little bit more, and oh my god. No! That is so weird that I just did that. I put my second toe on top of my big toe, like naturally, like by accident, and it's wet. I've just painted my nails. Okay, I'm gonna go sort this out now. Thank you once again for tuning in. I love you very much. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.